Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Second down, Montgomery. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Third down, Trubisky. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say on third down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just kind of shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 15 carries, 68 yards.
And even though it's a short week, running backs love when they're in a groove, and that's exactly where he is right now. He's hoping to feast a little.
Second and 5 now. Trubisky. And his throw here is incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
After the interception, here's Taylor. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. And not quite sure what just happened there, other than we do know that he spiked the football on first down. Second and 10. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Quintel Cephas, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. The fly route works for the TD ground.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Point after here coming up.
For the point after.
It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown.
Set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken at the 15, a short kick. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Try to shake off the interception, but look to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Loss of 6 yards.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Trubisky, and this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle? That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that 1st-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Taylor on first down. Looking downfield for Jones. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lions add on to their lead.
Brandon, they just got the ball, and already they're in the end zone, and you're getting ready to talk about the PAT. That was fast.
Coup now for the point after.
For the point after.
And it's good to make it 14-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
Set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Chicago offense set to get started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Trubisky will throw, and that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky, and he finds Montgomery complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Complete.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Throwing here, Trubisky. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jamie Collins in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
3 and out.
Here's Tyler Newsome now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Bears nothing.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. That's pulled in at the 32. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Lions will take over. Tyrod Taylor now gears up to lead his offense again. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
They'll throw on first down with Taylor. Caught on the right side by Jones. They'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
On first down, it's Taylor. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith, as he gets the sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They go play action now. Taylor. Jones has it over the middle. And he gets it down to the 32.
16 yards.
So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Taylor now to throw on third down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Ends up fourth down. Solid coverage by the Bears,
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
And it is good. Well, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there. And that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
First down.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
Montgomery, the ball
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 5 now. Trubisky will get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On first down, Trubisky. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Julian Okwara in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Trubisky. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Flush to his right, and he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
It's now 4th down. Tyler.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
You're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's
I am.
miles away and smiling.
And happy.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Intended receiver there was Quintez Cephas, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Throwing again, Taylor. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. 3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. Now Taylor back into his end zone. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky, throw left side, completion to Rice. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there, Keeps the sticks moving.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Eluding the pressure right, and he gets it down to the 32. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on first and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Throwing again on second down. Trubisky, and that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. David Montgomery, the target, out of the backfield, and it's third down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. Touchdown, Chicago! Cole Kmet in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears get a bit closer.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
And it's 17-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Taken in the end zone. Chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And a happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there as we look ahead to 2 more games later today and then a full slate coming up this weekend. We'll start in the early window and begin up in Minneapolis. A tough one for the homestanding Vikings as they'll take on the always tough Green Bay Packers. In the late afternoon games, all eyes will be on Las Vegas. A glitzy matchup there, where it'll be the Raiders taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. And one more to highlight, a good one on Sunday Night Football between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Pittsburgh Steelers. In our game, it's Tyrod Taylor who's been on the offensive in the first half. He's thrown for close to 200 yards already, and that's helped propel his guys into the lead. As we send you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Younghoe Koo is set to kick off.
The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. Fielded in the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
He'll get this underneath to Montgomery.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Flushed out right. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fielded at the 33. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game, and we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
32-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Trubisky to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Danny Shelton muscles his way in for the sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Lions 17, Bears 7.
So here are the Lions to take over. They've got the lead right now in this ball game, and they're on the heels of that nice win last week over the Packers. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their background. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the third quarter from Detroit. To throw again, Taylor. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Going to throw deep for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Marvin Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Coup for the extra point.
For the point after.
Make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions.
Younghoe Koo set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Taken down at the 43-yard line.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll be taken down all the way inside Detroit's 20. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And able to break break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 11-yard line.
We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Second down and 3. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Steps away, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And Julian Okwara, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. The Bears on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. It is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bears cut into that lead.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. It's up and good, so they claw back into it, 24-14 now. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was all capped off by Mitchell Trubisky's touchdown run. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone.
Oh, yeah, that's how we do.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Their own 21-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs to keep up with your theme there, playing keep away. First downs, they can't touch the ball.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the gun, it's Taylor. Looking downfield for Jones. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Taylor. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. He's back to throw here to start the drive. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. To throw again on second down. Trubisky, and his throw is going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, and it's 3rd and short.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
And he's got Miller. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Over the middle, that's caught by twice. A gain of 6 there on first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Trubisky's throw pulled in by Robinson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 33. Again, it's Trubisky.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Yards to go.
They got to get to the 23 here on third. Now it's Trubisky. And that will be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And this is back down to a 7-point game.
24.
So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position with all 3 timeouts. I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They go to Johnson again. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Swift. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Johnson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long and see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy.